Hello, this is Lewandowska-Akhvlediani, and I welcome you in Happy Tuesday, where I share practices to empower leaders in such a dynamic business and life. Today, a very warm welcome from a forest near my hometown, where there is actually a massive visit in the forest because of these amazing mushrooms. And it's not only for people who actually love eating mushroom or are passionate about picking up mushrooms or selling mushrooms for living, but I think a lot of people are visiting the forest because they really discovered again how amazing it is to simply be in the forest. And the reflection I have around it is that we tend to have a good reason to visit a forest because of mushroom, because there is really a lot of them, and it's really an abundance of mushrooms right now in most of the forest because of the weather, because of nice sun and rain. And I don't really see that massive visits in the forest through the whole year. And I wanted to inspire you today with another reason where you're not dependent on the mushrooms or anything, but the reason that you can visit the forest anytime. And the reason is that the forest consists of the trees. And most of the time right now, we have a lot of tasks. We have very dynamic, very difficult, very stressful life. And some people look for a silence, some people look for techniques, methods, how we can rest and how we can recharge our batteries, how we can sort of calm down and balance our energy inside. And something that I've discovered many years ago when I was going through the toughest period in my life, when my father was in a hospital, deadly sick with a cancer, I remember that before I was coming back home from the hospital, I was walking through a very small forest near my home to actually be in presence around the trees and just let myself to hug a tree. Because a tree is also a living organism, just as human beings. And there is no any specific technique that you actually need. There is no specific knowledge that you need to know about it. It's just you and the tree. And sometimes it's so important to have that feeling to be held by something much bigger and maybe much more powerful than you, than other people. And being at the forest, just letting, the control of, letting the energy, the vital forces to go through you and through the tree, it is just so amazing feeling. And in return, it can give you a lot of focus, a lot of energy, a lot of power, a lot of vital forces for anything that is so important to you. And I encourage you not specifically to do it twice or once a year, just when you are with your family or maybe with your friends picking up mushrooms, but trees are whole year. And it's the most amazing and most available partner in mindfulness practices and in having that feeling of being held by something stronger and more powerful than we are. And that's what I really very often do with managers in business during the trainings, the facilitation meetings that I'm holding. And of course, people are very kind of distant at the beginning, but they really love it at the end. So that's my recommendation for the upcoming week. Cheers from the beautiful forest.